Okay, so I'll just start from the beginning, I guess. My name is Preston Greiner, I go by Priestahh, and this is my behind the controller. I was born and raised in Denver, Colorado. I lived in Littleton majority of my life. Kind of, swapped around schools for a while, but then going into high school, I went to Columbine High School and just kind of stuck it out through all 4 years. Childhood was very up and down for the most part. I had really good moments, really bad moments, and then there's moments where I was just very focused on myself, just grinding and kind of just doing what I had to do. Really, the only thing I did outside of gaming was just skateboarding. Me and my brother hung out a lot, so it was either we're skateboarding or we're playing Call of Duty. I was actually more into skateboarding. That was like what I was gonna pursue. I actually was gonna try to get sponsored, and I actually ended up fracturing my leg. I was airing out of like a quarter pipe, and I came back in, slipped out, my leg got caught under me, and just ended up fracturing it, and now I have a plate and 7 screws in my leg. That's kind of what led me towards just gaming more, because skateboarding and gaming were my 2 passions, and that's kind of where I started just gaming all the time. My childhood was very good for a long time, and then it took a very steep slope at a point in my life. My parents split when I was young, and I lived with my mom, and I would see my dad, every other 2 weeks, and some of those weeks I wouldn't even go over to his house, so I was close to him, but not nearly as close to him as I was with my mom. About 4 or 5 years ago, my family got into some arguments, just fights that were happening. It was scary. It was scary to see for me, and I just didn't like being around it, so I just made the decision, Mom, I'm gonna go move in with my dad, and that was one of the toughest things I've had to do in my life for sure. Seeing how she reacted, like she was crying, it was one of the toughest things I've had to do for sure. But I knew it was something that I had to do and something that was gonna help me in my life.
Words in my head with the meanest voice. Tear myself up, sinking in deeper through all this noise.
When I moved in with my dad, it was super tough. Like, he was fine with me moving in. He was excited about me moving in. Honestly, I didn't even really want to talk to anyone at the time. I was very, I don't know, I wasn't depressed, but I was very sad. Probably a week later, I got a call hey, your mom's in jail. Now, it was just a very, very devastating time in my life, and I just didn't want to talk to anyone. I just kind of wanted to be by myself and just play video games.
Feels too much. Feels too much. Feels too much.
When I moved in, I'm sure he was expecting me to hang out and talk to them every single day, and it just wasn't the case. He honestly had no idea how much video games I was playing or anything at the time. After I graduated high school, I was like, hey, can you please give me a year and let me show you, I could probably turn Call of Duty or playing video games and streaming into something more. And he trusts me with it, and now he's fully supportive of it, and he's helped me out a lot. It would have been a lot tougher for me to even be where I'm at right now, so just him being there for me just meant a lot.
Oh, Priestahh! That was silky smooth.
Priestahh with the 1 versus 3.
That is sensational.
Priestahh able to pick up 3 kills that match. Pretty good performance so far from the boys who are representing an endangered species.
Panda Gaming was the first organization I was on for when I went into Variant.
As a team, collectively, well, Priestahh is doing okay, but they're just getting completely outperformed.
We got absolutely smoked, but it was an awesome main stage, it was an awesome experience, and I think that's meant more than winning, to be honest. And then Aches came at me in Twitter DMs and was like, hey, do you want to team with us? And I was like, yeah, I'm down. Obviously I'm down.
Priestahh actually finds 2. Nice play there. Left in a position to clutch 1 versus 1. Priestahh versus Havoc. Who's going to win this one? Priestahh will come out on top.
Back-to-back rounds for Cloud9.
The thing with Aches, outside the game he's an awesome dude, but inside the game it's hard to play with him for sure. He really calls us out on the bad plays and the wrong plays that we do, so just playing, he just makes us better. Losing at Champs with C9 was definitely tough, but it was an improvement from my Black Ops 3 placement. Losing, it sucked, but as long as I saw improvement, that's what really mattered to me.
As that will do it for the Infinite Warfare season for Aches and crew. Not the finish they wanted to have.
If anyone asked me what organization I would want to be on, it was always FaZe. So when that offer came up to me, it was an instant yes, I'm down.
Priestahh continuing this rampage.
Player. And again, those streaks that you mentioned, Revan, will be so important, but Priestahh opens things up with an Priestahh with the triple kill mid-map.
Priestah's been a monster all weekend long.
World War II, I feel like I proved a lot of people wrong.
Oh my God, Priestahh with the 1 versus 3.
Just because 1 was on boots and 2, I won my first LAN tournament on World War II.
Feels good. I mean, proving people wrong definitely feels good, so.
Going into Champs, it was a really good tournament for us. We were playing very well the entire tournament and ended up losing to TK, and that series we honestly probably should have won.
It feels like FaZe kind of lost so much momentum now. Is he going to spot it? No, replays go down! And there's the pick from Kenny! Team Caliber!
At the end of the day, we got third, but yeah, I don't know, we finished out the season strong, so that's all that mattered. Going into Black Ops 4, we were playing really good online in practice, and when we got to the tournament, we just didn't play well. We didn't, play our game, and we ended up losing.
It's a 1v2 now for Priestahh, and he's gonna fall.
I don't think FaZe really know what they're doing right now.
15 seconds, here they go. Priestahh loses the one-on-one. They might make this happen. There's only 2 players left for FaZe. What is happening? What a change this is. Zuma can't get in, and reciprocity in the final seconds. What? God!
I honestly just think we got to the qualifier and we just weren't playing our game. I think that's really what it was. We didn't come out to play and we just didn't do our thing. So after we didn't qualify with FaZe, Slasher hit me up and he was like, hey, we want to pick you up. And they ended up dropping Feral and picking me up, and we made it happen.
We've got some breaking news from 100 Thieves. They've officially added Priestahh to their starting lineup and have added Crowder as their new head coach.
So my first event with the 100 Thieves was CWL Fort Worth. I did get sick at that tournament. Literally during the first match, I don't even know what I was doing. I don't even think I was calling out. I was running around and just absolutely piecing. I was like, oh my, I don't know how this is going on.
Priestahh, he hasn't slowed down. He's already got 3 in a row.
I sprinted down the middle of the map. I got a kill. At this time, I'm like, bro, please kill me. I actually wanted to die so I could just throw up. I got a kill and I kept running. I ran in their base, grab slammed another guy. And then I eventually died, and I just turned around, and thank God there was like a small little water cup there. And that's what I ended up puking into. If that wasn't there, it would have been all over the ground. It would have just been everywhere. So yeah, that was probably the craziest tournament I've been a part of. After Fort Worth, we had London next.
Can he right the wrongs of that last slam? He does! Priestahh, what a double!
Priestah's been an animal, man.
That was one of the craziest crowds I've played in front of.
Can he know with the headshot? They're in the hard point. Just 2 more points needed. There's no contest.
After we won London, we ended up going to Anaheim and winning that as well and going back to back.
100 Thieves looking to bury Gen G here. Nobody there for Gen G, and that's back to back.
At that moment, I knew we were like the best team in the game, like by far. In my mind, I was like, how is this? I was like, this is almost too easy. Like, I was like, is this rigged? Like, we're just destroying everyone right now.
There wasn't a lot of weaknesses that you can, I think, point out besides Priestah's performance for 100 Thieves.
We got the chance. We ended up losing early and getting put into loser's bracket. After we got to loser's bracket, we ended up making a crazy, crazy run.
Kenny's gonna catch him. Numbers 100 Thieves again. It all rests with Celium. He drops, and the reverse sweep for 100 Thieves.
And that kind of just gave us a crazy amount of momentum, and we just started frying every other team.
Now he has his teammates looking over him. Finds a third, finds a 4. Priestahh with a big play.
When they get in a rhythm, they can run away with games. This is the Priestahh we know and love.
When we got in finals, we ended up losing the Eunited. They played us really well.
It can all end here. It's on Octane. It's on Slasher. Eunited do it.
It was definitely a horrible feeling, getting second. I got third the year before and now second at Champs. So I'm like this close to, getting a ring and winning Champs. That whole year was just on and off for me of being sick and just not feeling good. And I mean, it sucks, but I got through it and I grinded through it, and we ended up finishing the year out pretty strong. After last year was over, me and Crowder got together and he was like, hey, like, I'm down to stick with you if you're down to stick with me type of thing. And I was like, yeah, of course. Crowder has taught me a lot, you know, since he picked me up, and even since like Black Ops 3 when we were playing S&D tournaments. Not even really how to just play the game, but outside things, like how to be just a better person, a better teammate. He's just very smart with Call of Duty, so he's definitely taught me a lot. We've been together since World War II, so let's keep it going. I think we found a lot of success with each other, so let's stick together and just start a roster.
Time for you to go beast mode, king of the jungle, 'cause you're in a mode.
This is probably the most talented roster I've been a part of.
What's my competition? Only me. Go head to head with my enemies and smashing the smithereens.
Going into this year, I knew we were going to win tournaments. I knew we were going to be a really, really good team considering the talent we have on the team, and just Crowder and RJ being our coaches.
He spotted him. Oh my God, what a play from Priestahh.
What a kill from Priestahh, there you go.
Priestahh's killing everything in sight.
I kind of just try to be that player that'll, you know, pick up with the role that the team really needs.
Ultimately proved himself to the entire Call of Duty community that he can be incredibly versatile.
Fantastic work by Priestahh.
Players, they want to shine, right? They want to have the best stats. And if I'm going to have to run a trophy smoke, if I'm going to have to run a sub or an AR, whatever it is, and I'm not going to play as well, but we're going to win, I'd rather win than play good.
But there's the clearance from the Mutineers, and there's the win. They hold off the late surge from FaZe.
After we get second against Florida the first time, we're like, okay, like they're pretty good, they outplayed us. And then we got second again to them.
This is absolutely disgraceful. FaZe have been absolutely beheaded. Oh yeah, Priestahh, we feel you, brother.
And we're like, okay, Florida is just disgusting. And then we go to the next tournament, 3-0ing every single team. I thought we had it in the bag. I thought we were winning for sure. And then we ended up losing to Toronto.
It's 1v1! It's 1v1 and Methods clutches again! He goes huge for Ultra, and they get their first home series victory!
If we would have gotten first, maybe we would have started like slacking and not working as hard. So I'm thinking of like a blessing in disguise.
Honey, don't cross my path. No, I'm have the last laugh. But if you wish, I'll give you a pitch for either one of my two fists.
Getting second is going to motivate us more, so that doesn't happen at champs. So honestly, that could be the best thing that's happened to us all year.
If that's the case, you better give me space. You won't like it when I rate. I got muscle man. I got muscle man.
I'm definitely like proud of the things that I've done and overcome. I've been through some tough times in my life, and the fact that I was able to get through it and, you know, win multiple tournaments and be in the spot that I'm in right now, it definitely makes me hyped and just like makes me want to keep going. Things will always get better, and if there's something that you want to do, you can always do it. You got to just put your mind to it and make sure you're passionate and just be consistent. Consistent's the main thing that I've learned over the years. Just keep going hard and eventually things will get better.